There are a lot of kids' drawings that have dark backstories, like a two-headed monster. Today we are going to be uncovering these dark kids' drawings and their backstories. So these are 3 kids' drawings from 3 different kids.
Disturbing backstories. This first one is called The Two-Headed Monster by an anonymous kid when asked to draw their imaginary friend. And just picture what this imaginary friend would actually look like, because its first head seems to have bulging eyes and an unnaturally large smile. Then there's a second head growing out of its foot, with huge teeth and round ears. It also has 3 arms on its body and another 2 arms growing out of the foot.
Oh my god, imagine your kids drawing like that. That is very scary, but I don't think the kid thinks it's
Words
scary.
on top of the page says, "Dear Sarah, I now have much. You love me, but I love you even more. You are dead."
Oh my word, that is creepy, but I think her sister thought she died because she went away for
This
the summer.
last drawing, though, is what really got me. A mother says this drawing was done by her daughter, who's 4. And her daughter says this is the monster that always follows her around, but her mother can never see it. So in the drawing,
That monster is so creepy. Like, imagine that monster hiding in your closet while you sleep. Next, this other imaginary friend goes to school with the little girl.
says, "Today I tried to plant a flower in the yard. I tried to plant it by the sandbox, but Lisa said that's where her daddy is sleeping, so I planted it in a cup of dirt." The next one shows the girl going to school with Lisa, and her teacher, Mrs. Monroe, is getting angry because she can't see Lisa. Then Mrs. Monroe disappears. After school, the girl and Lisa end up going on a long walk, but when they come home, the drawing says, "Daddy got really mad and said Lisa is stupid and fake. Lisa got sad and disappeared." And this is where it all goes wrong. The girl's dad seems to have also disappeared, and we finally find out what's been going on in the last drawing. It says, "Lisa came back yesterday. She said sorry for leaving, and I told her my dad won't come home. Lisa said Mrs. Monroe and him are sleeping like her dad. I hope they wake up."
That is very scary, like an imaginary girl called Lisa goes to school with the girl. And if anyone talks about Lisa, they are apparently sleeping. This final kid's drawing caught me off guard.
The drawing made by a 6-year-old boy in 2012. The picture was found in his room by his older sister Tracy, who sent this to me, who was 14 at the time, and she showed it to her parents. In the picture is the family around the dinner table, drawn in a typical 6-year-old skill level. The reason Tracy showed it to her family is because she could recognize all the family members at the dinner table, even the family dog and cat. Who she couldn't recognize was the man sitting on the floor kind of behind the table. Tracy said in her emails to me that when she was asking her little brother who that man was, he kept shrugging his shoulders and saying he's not allowed to tell. The man was drawn to be dressed in all black and has reddish-brown curly hair, as you can see. Because of her little brother's refusal to explain who that 5th person in the picture was, she showed it to her parents, explaining that he likely had an imaginary friend or was pretending to be seeing ghosts. After the parents confronted the child at dinner, asking who the man in the picture was, the boy made a pouty face and shrugged his shoulders. He did this anytime they asked, with the most detailed answer from his mouth being, "I'm not allowed to tell." The parents, specifically the dad, weren't fazed by it, as really a 6-year-old could draw anything and create some kind of crazy story in their head behind it. Tracy would be responsible for watching her brother often when their parents weren't home. And one day when she was left in charge of watching him, she heard her brother talking to someone in his room. Upon getting to his room, she learned he was just playing with his toy car.
Oh my gosh, that's a man behind his table. That's crazy. Why is he watching his family eat like that? I don't know what his name is, but if the imaginary character had a name, would be more enthusiastic. Anyways, thanks for watching today's video. Bye everyone. Comment Oreo to confuse others.
Let's talk about...
Lily, my imaginary friend.
So there was this one girl in USA that made a book about her imaginary friend. She is 10 and her name is Lara. Her imaginary friend has BLOOD on her dress and bloodshot eyes. And the moral to her story is don't talk about Lily. Otherwise, you will disappear and one of your limbs will be sticking out of a sandbox. All of the other students are confused on how Lara plays by herself because nobody can see Lily except her. And let me show you proof how they go missing after they talk about Lily. As you can see here, the teacher is angry because she is whispering to Lily. And the next day, in Lyra's back garden, it shows that the teacher's leg is stuck in the sandbox.